Hi everyone, it's Hope with Embellish and Craft and Cut. I have a free tutorial for you using some of the designs that came with Craft and Cut. 4th of July is coming. Are you ready? Let's do something fun using the artwork. So I'm going to show you how to use the Auto Artwork Wizard, and we're going to combine it and cut out the background from the Hope Yoder library. So this is the design that we're going to make. Now, I don't know if you've seen on Pinterest and if you're look on social media like I do to see what people are making, but this is on a lot of heat transfer vinyl t-shirt graphics. So it's very patriotic, cute design, and so we're going to find graphic art on the internet, pour image, clean it up with the Auto Artwork Wizard, and add the stars. So let's get started. We're going to go online, and I'm going to type in lips, silhouette, clip art, free. And let's just see what comes up. So I'm just doing a Google search. When I get here, I'm going to select images, and something like this looks pretty good. So I can right click and left click to save it to my download folder. Right? So that's how you're going to capture an image. Now this is not a very good image. It's just a screenshot. So we need to turn it into vector artwork. And inside of Craft and Cut, the Auto Artwork Wizard will turn JPEGs and PNG files into vector SVG files. We're going to click the Auto Artwork Wizard, select image. We're going to come and find where we put that image. And I have some black lips right here. I'm going to open it and then select next. And I keep selecting next, and I want you to watch what happens here. I don't worry about the size. This is just going to clean up my image. So you can see how it's kind of fuzzy on this screen. When I select next, the Auto Artwork Wizard is going to give me smooth lines. Select next again, and here I have it. So I've got the lips. Let me scroll out a little bit, and we're going to tilt the lips just a little bit. And over in the layers window, I'm going to expand on the lips, and I have I have an upper and a lower lip. So the upper lip I did blue. So we'll change this. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right click to add that blue to my design palette so I can find it easier. And I think I did it backwards. Yep, doesn't really matter. That's what's great about being your own designer. I'm going to come to the color bar on the lower area. I'm going to right click and then left click to add this. This just gives me my color bar so I can easily find the colors I want to use in this design. I'm going to click on the upper lip by either clicking on the object, or I can click in the layers panel. And I want to change this one to navy. So now I've got my lips. I think what I want to do is separate these a little bit. And on the final design, notice all these cool stars. And if I was to unfill this, so you can see I just cut out holes, star-shaped holes into my lips. So how do you make the stars? Well, that's where I'm just cheating a little bit. Let me grab this, all items, and I'm going to move it over to the side a little bit. Now, when you purchase Craft and Cut, you had a CD that says 264 free designs, and we've loaded them into the HY library. So I have 264 designs in here. Is your library full? If it's not, let me show you quickly how you can add those designs. You want to place the CD into your computer, select File and Import Hope Yoder Designs, and then you would find those 264 free designs, and you're just going to open them all and select them all and select Open, and that fills your library. Now that my library is filled, we're going to find the patriotic design. There's about 3 or 4 patriotic free designs in the library. And we want to find the flag heart design. Click on it, and this is vector SVG artwork. It's already clean. And with this, I have all these little stripes, and I have this heart, and then I have the stars. So I'm going to get rid of the stripes. I select them, and then I can use this shortcut and click on the X to get rid of everything except for the stars. Now let me unfill the stars in the property window so you can just see the cut lines. Now that's not going to really be what I want. I'm going to change the stars back to fill them. And notice this isn't grouped, it's just one image, but I want to break the image apart so I can use those little stars. I'm going to click on the stars, right click, and then you're going to come down to find break apart. Now let's left click on that, and I can drag the circle out of the stars. I don't need the circle. And I'm going to change the stars just to a different color so that you can see them. Now I have all of these stars, and we're almost done with this. I'm going to place a star here and here, and I might rotate them a little bit so they're just not super matchy. Whoops. Get that star, and we'll bring one down here, and you could even resize them if you wanted some of the stars a little smaller. And here we go. And I don't have to use them all, but I can if I want to, right? I don't think I like this one here. So I'm going to just resize this baby a little bit and rotate them. Take a step back. I like it. So now what I'm going to do is let me zoom out a little bit. I want to hide the red lip. So over in the layers window, I can close the eye. Notice how this is expanded and I see every object. I don't really want to see that. So I'm going to right click and collapse all. Now I'm going to select the lips, hold down my shift key, and select the hearts. I'm going to unfill this so you can see. Let's change the yellow hearts to something a little darker. All right. So again, I have the lips and the star selected. Now when I unfill it, notice now I can see this little star needs to be moved up. So this is a great reason why you might want to use the fill and unfilled view. It doesn't change the file, it just changes how you see it. Right click to collapse all, select the blue lip, hold down shift and select the stars. Now I'm going to use my combine icon. For this icon, it's like the lips are the cookie dough, and I have little tiny star cookie cutters, and I'm going to cut a star-shaped hole out of my lips, which would be the cookie dough. That's what this function does. Hopefully that's a good analogy for you. So with them both selected, I will now select combine. And what happened here is now it's one piece of artwork. When I fill it back in, I have lips with the hole. I'll turn back on my red, and that's it. Now I'm going to select all these items, and for a kid's t-shirt, we made this about 6 inches. So in transform, we could change this to 6 and then apply. For an adult t-shirt, we did about actually a little bigger than 9 because we want it to fill the whole shirt. So we're going to do, I think we did for a size medium shirt about 9.5 inches. So I've got this the way I want it. Now we're working on heat transfer vinyl. And you can see over in the layers window that I'm going to need 2 cut files. I'm going to need one for the red lips, and I'm going to need a second cut file for the blue lips. When I'm working with heat transfer vinyl, I always want to flip or mirror image the design. Here's the icon where you can do that. Now I could go under File and Export Artwork, but I don't ever do that when I'm working in Craft and Cut. Let's select all items. Now when you're done designing, you want to run every single design every single time through Save to Cut. I'm going to open Save to Cut. Now here, what's great about this is like having a personal digital cutting assistant right next to you. You only need to know two things. What brand of cutter are you going to use? And we're going to use a scan and cut in the back in a little bit. And what do I want to cut out? Well, I don't want to cut fabric, so I'm going to scroll down to heat transfer vinyl. So I've told Save to Cut that, hey, I need the files for my scan and cut, and this is what I want to cut out. So here's where the magic happens. When I hit next, it's going to tell me what mat, what blade, what do I dial the blade number to, what speed, what pressure, and then it's going to tell me how to put my heat transfer vinyl down on the mat. I'm going to mirror image the design, which I remembered to do, and I'm going to place the shiny side down on the mat. And even more, there's a video. I'm going to hit next or select next, and it says don't forget. It's reminding me again to mirror image the design. I have done that, so I'm going to select finished, and we'll name it something short and sweet. But whatever name I give, I am going to end it with an underscore right there. The reason is, how many files did I say I need? 2, red and a green file. So I know this very short name is going to give me an O1 and an O2, and it's just easier for my old eyes to see if I end it with an underscore. Now, file type, check this out. It told me, or actually Craft and Cut, by using Save to Cut, generated the type of file my scan and cut needs, which is an FCM. I'm going to select Save, and check this out. I have a template that opens up. Now, this template is 81% in size because 9.5 inches is bigger than my sheet of paper. But it tells me how big each piece is. So I'm going to add about 1 inch to that, cut out my vinyl, and then I've got all of these settings for success right down here. Next, I'm just going to take those FCM files and I'm going to open them. And let me just show you. Notice that very long file. I've got O1 and O2 file. So when I open these up, I'm ready to go. So all I'm going to do is take those 2 files and copy them onto a USB stick, and I am good to go. Hopefully this helps you, and I'd love to see the pictures of the shirts that you made following this tutorial. You can find out what we're doing and where we're going on the R&K Embellish webpage, or our Facebook page is for Craft and Cut, Embellish, or Designs by Hope Yoder, or I have a fan group you can join with other free videos, which is Designs by Hope Yoder fan group. So until next time, happy crafting.